Hiya, welcome back. And if you're new, hello. So, today I'm going to talk briefly about loneliness. And it affects us all ages, but more so when you reach your 60s like me. I'm 62. I live in a block of flats, which is like an over 55s development, and it's independent living. And there is a community here, but sometimes I still feel a bit lonely. So, what can I do to stop that? This may not apply to you, and you may not agree with many of my things. That's fine. We don't all agree. But just my tactics, my ideas. If you like them, good. If you do like and subscribe to the video. Or me, my channel. Yeah, anyway. So, the BBC did a survey about 8 years ago about loneliness. And some of the things that came out of that survey are basically what I'm going to talk about now and about my experiences of following them, right? So the first thing I realised is loneliness is often temporary. Okay, now I keep looking over here because that's where my notes are. Okay, so what you need to do is do something that's distracting. Yeah, I do my pyrography. I'll put a picture up. Yeah, I do my pyrography, and that absorbs my mind and makes you do so. Have you got a hobby? Yeah, we've all seen these colouring books that you colour just to distract yourself, right? And you absorb yourself in it, and it takes away the loneliness for a while. Okay, a social club, pastimes, activities. I'm not the most sociable person. Yeah, hard to believe talking to you, but I'm not the most sociable person. But nowadays there are plenty of craft groups, um, just chatty groups really as well. You don't have to get involved, you can go along, but it's easier to sit with somebody while you're drawing or while you're crocheting or while you're doing something and talk to your neighbour. Yeah. And that couple of hours you spend in that environment will help. And you may find somebody you've got something in common with, and you may go out for coffee afterwards. You may not. Who knows? Yeah. Me personally, I don't really get involved in that kind of thing. But we have, like I say, we have this residence thing. I'm starting to get involved again. Yeah, I've not been involved because I've been recovering, right, for my neck, so I've not been involved. So I'm starting to get involved again. Yeah. So what's the space really? Will it work? Will it not? Change your thinking. Now this is harder than you think. Why do you feel lonely? Yeah, and it's very difficult. Normally, if you're lonely, it's because you have a lot of empathy for other people, right, and you feel their pain. You haven't got any social skills that you're missing. So you just need abilities to cope with it. Right? And I can't tell you how to do that apart from those first couple of things. Yeah. Join a group, something that interests you, and you can chat to your neighbour, even if you've never met them before. Yeah. Starting a conversation with anyone. I love this one. Whenever I walk down the street, I always say hello. And if they say hello, how are you? I say, I'm very well, thank you. How are you? And it starts the conversation. In this country, in the UK, our favourite question is, or the favourite statement is, oh, this weather's hot. Oh, this weather's wet. Yeah. So we can all do it. But I think just saying hi, smile at somebody, it's great when they smile back. Yeah. Obviously, you might freak people out, but who cares? Yeah. Do it. Try it. Yeah. I'm going to go outside a bit. I'm going to meet somebody in the street. I'm going, morning, how you do? Yeah. How'd you do? Oh, this weather's hot. Well, it's not hot today, but you know what I mean. Talking to your friends or family about these feelings. Now, I have family and I've got a few friends. I can't tell them exactly what I'm going through. Can't do it. And I don't know why, but I can't do it. So that's something I've got to do. But talking to them and saying, oh, I'm feeling a bit down. I'm feeling this. And I think it's because of this. And I think it's because of that. Yeah, talk to them. They may know. Who knows? Right? Because, yeah. And they may come back with something, with a bit of advice that you wouldn't necessarily follow. But that's fine. Yeah? Because you've done it. You've spoke to them. They know. Right? Look for the good in every person you meet. Right? It's very easy to, oh, I don't like him. Always looked at me funny. Always done it. Look for the good. Yeah? There are plenty of people I've come across in my life, and I've done a lot of people in my life. That sounds wrong, but I've come across a lot of people, and some of them you look at, you're like, you start chatting to them, but then you find out they're the most helpful person in the world ever. Yeah? So it's always good to look for that good in people. Okay? If somebody has snubbed you, they don't look at, they may have a lot of things going on in their life that you can't help with, or they don't want to talk about it. And that's fine. Okay? Just let it go. Take time to think why you feel lonely. Now, I'm going to read this off because, why do you feel lonely? Well, you don't have to be on your own to feel lonely, right? But you do things, again, the steps, things I've mentioned already are quite useful if you do them. And I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying that it does. Throat's a bit dry. And carry on and wait for the feeling to pass. Because it will. It will pass. You just need to do stuff. I think the distraction one is brilliant. Colouring books. I use my pyrography, right? I bought clay, polymer clay, to make things. I've not done it yet, but I'm sure once I get to do it, I'll enjoy it. Yeah? And it'll absorb my mind for that little bit of time. These videos help. Making these videos helps because it's distracting me. When I come to do the editing, if I do any editing, it's there, done. The last one you mentioned on this article is it's good to ask people to do things with you, right? Don't be afraid of asking somebody to do something. Like, I'm going to go to the beach, right? I've got a thing on driftwood and I'm going to take it back to the beach. I found it. Now, it would be nice if I went with somebody to chat to in the car for an hour and a half, and so on. And somebody will appreciate the nuttiness that is me, that I'm going to take this thing back. And I'll do a video on that one because, yeah. So, yeah, don't be afraid about rejection. You may be busy. That's fine. Ask somebody else. Yeah. I mean, I'm tempted to ask my son with the grandkids to go, but that costs me money. It doesn't really, but it could do. Who knows? Anyway, you don't have to follow any of them. You could just say, Andy, you're talking a load of rubbish. And that's fine too, because we're all entitled to an opinion, right? I'm off now. So please like and subscribe. I've said this before, but please do. And I will see you next week.